The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello and welcome to this webinar. Tarang, am I audible?
Yes, sir. I'll just start. Good
Okay.
evening, everyone. On behalf of HDFC Securities, I welcome you all for this session on weekly FNO Outlook. Yet another session on weekly FNO Outlook. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tarang Solani, Product Manager Derivative, and along with me, we have Mr. Devarsh Vakil, a Deputy Research Head, who will give us the weekly FNO Outlook on the market. So before starting, the flow would remain the same. Mr. Devarsh Vakil will give us the brief about the weekly FNO outlook, since tomorrow is the weekly Nifty options, Bank Nifty options expiry. So this will help us to have a brief view of the market, and post that we'll give you a brief, some brief about some of the useful features of Pro Terminal, and then we'll take all the question and answer, whatever you have. So without wasting any time, I will hand over to Mr. Devash Vakil to brief us about the outlook of the market. Over to you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Tarang. Let's get started. So what we have seen over the last week, we have seen a short build-up in Nifty and Bank Nifty. As far as Nifty is concerned, we see that the open interest has gone up by 7%, while Nifty is down by 2%. Similarly, Bank Nifty open interest has gone up by 10%, and the Bank Nifty is also down by 2%. So short positions have been built up in the market. Where are the options data? So options for the next expiry, 9th June expiry, we can see that the puts have been written in the range of 16,200 to 16,300. So for tomorrow, 16,200 can act as a strong support. Where are the calls? Calls are at 16,500 to 600 vicinity. So we can say that the markets are in a range. Range is between 16,200 to 16,500. Now let's see the Nifty weekly expiry on this chart. So as we can see, this 16,585, 16,685, 16,590. So such a large position is there, 90 lakh shares. While on the call side, on the put side, 41 and 44 lakhs, around 16,200 to 300. The maximum amount of call and put are at 16,400. So markets are likely to expire near this price. 16,400 is the level at which we can expect the expiry tomorrow. So if market were to fall, if international cues are negative, and if it were to go down to 16,200, 300 level, between here, you can look for a rally towards this point. And if international markets are very positive and it opens gaps up and closes near, opens near this level, I expect it to come down to 16,400. So we are expecting market to have expiry to have near 16,400 level. What are FIs up to? So I've been sharing this data with you in my webinars. So from 12th May, the short covering happened, and on the expiry, on the end of the May month, we saw that the highest long positions were there. Gradually, they have started liquidating their long, and right now, again, the FI long to short ratio has come back to 0.42. So basically, they are not conducting their, they are not rolling over their long positions, and they are now gradually increasing their short positions. Let's see in the charts. So as you can see on the screen, clients, this blue line. So basically, clients are again become really bullish, and from May end again it is going up. And as we see in this expiry, extreme long positions have been again built by the clients, while pro are basically day trading. FI is long, which had gone up to this level. Again, it has come down. So this is a sign where FIs are not bullish on the market, while retailers are again becoming bullish, and that's prompt us to say that the we are a little cautious on the market. Data is not suggesting a big rally in the markets. As and when this ratio come back to this zero level, then we can expect and to markets to start having some momentum. So 16,500 to 16,600 is a strong resistance where calls have been written. Short build-up is seen in the Nifty futures. Short build-up is also seen by the FIs in the index futures. So overall, we are a little bit cautious. Beyond 16,600 only, short covering can come in, but that will act as a strong resistance. Similarly, for Bank Nifty, we see that the 35,500 is the strong resistance. Above that only we will go long, and support is in the vicinity of 34,500 to 34,700 levels. 35,000 is the level around which we expect Bank Nifty to expire tomorrow. So 3,500, 35,000 in Bank Nifty and 16,400 in the Nifty are the two important levels. Depending upon how markets behave tomorrow, you can take intraday positions accordingly, expecting markets to expire near these levels. Now, what are the short-term trading ideas? So our team has already issued two recommendations. So apart from these Nifty and Bank Nifty, if you want to trade in stocks, there are two open positions. One is in M&M Finance, where we have asked traders to go along with the stop loss of 181. And another is Amar Raja Battery Futures, which is a short recommendation with a stop loss of 524 and a target of 464. So one long, one short open recommendations are there. You can use this apart from the Nifty levels to trade for tomorrow. That's all from my side. Over to you, Tarang.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for your outlook on derivatives market. So can you just make me the presenter? I would like to now give you a brief about some of the very good future features of the Pro Terminal. I am sure that all will be aware about that we have a very good tool, a web-based portal of Pro Terminal. Is my screen visible to you all? Can anyone reply? Is my screen visible to you all?
Tarang, your screen is visible. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. So I'll just give you a brief about some of the very good features of the Pro Terminal. Once you log in into HDFC Securities website, therein, once you log in into it uh, with all your credentials, so once you log into all of the credentials, there is one tab as called as Pro Terminal. You need to click on the tab. Now today we will learn about some of the good features known as dashboard. Now what is dashboard? Sorry. I'm actually sorry. So what is dashboard? So once you go into the dashboard, there is a ready-made parameter where you can see which are the stock have given a breakout in terms of VWAP. So there is a different breakout, predefined breakout parameters which we have already set. So if you want to see for the different sectors, if you this we have shown it for Nifty. So here, if you want to see whichever stock in today's trading session have broken the pivot level. So what are the stocks have broken the pivot level in Nifty 50 stocks? So on a real-time basis, you will see this resistance breakout. What are the stocks where we have seen a resistance breakout, support breakdown? Which are the stocks which are trading near days high, days low? So here you can see it in this. Then we have a predefined watch list. So this is a predefined watch list which we have generated. Whatever stocks are in news, you can just once you click on stock in news, whatever the stocks are in news, you can get in one single screen. So which we call as a buzzing stocks in today's trading session. Which are the stocks market movers? So these are the stocks in terms of price gainers. Now, interesting factor that you can also look at into price gainer, price loser, 52-week high, 52-week low, and volume buzzer. And also, you can look into futures perspective. So if you want to see only for those stocks which are listed in derivatives market, by clicking this, you can see this. You can see which are the stocks which are listed in the derivatives market, which are the stocks is price gainers, price losers, and also OI gainers and OI losers. So the participants who usually trade into derivatives market, especially in futures, who usually trade seeing the open interest build up. So in this you can see here in which all the stocks have seen highest open interest in today's trading session, which are the stocks which have seen lowest open interest in today's trading session. That means if you see REC Limited have reduced 6% of open interest and price have gone up by 2%. So there is a short covering which we have seen in REC. If you see the OI gainers in Gujarat case, if you see the open interest have gone up by 114% and price have gone down by 8%, so that we can consider some of the short positions which have got developed. So here you can see it in futures also and also in options. So in options, there is a very good tool. If you want to see whichever options have seen spurt in implied volatility, if any of the traders who basically watch implied volatility, you can see from here which are the active calls, active puts, which are the stocks which have seen fall in implied volatility. And also we have ready-made technical screeners to see bullish breakout for the stock which I have done. So we'll just check for the Nifty. So which are the stock which have seen 50 days bullish breakout? So we don't have Nifty, so we can just check Nifty Bankers. So there are no the stock for 20 day moving average. So right now there are no stock. If you want to see which are the stock which are in the overbought zone. So as of now there are no nothing as such stock. We'll just if you want to check about the FIIs and DIIs activity in terms of cash market, you can check it from here itself. What is the FIIs and DIIs activity? Also in the FNO market, you can check what is the activity of the FIIs and DIIs in the FNO market. So this is a one screen, basically an analytical point of view. In just one screen, you can check all of the details. If you want to check for an technical parameters, if you want to check for the derivatives parameters. Along with there is also a graph which is also given over here. So if you want to see the graph, you can just check the graph. If you want to check for Bank Nifty, so once you check on Bank Nifty, this is the graph you will can see on a real-time basis. So along with it, there is also a graph facility which is also given to you. So this is the features of the dashboard which we would like to highlight it to you in today's session. Now we will close this session basically in terms of the outlook and in terms of the features which we have given on the pro terminal basis. We will open this forum for Q&A. If anyone have any kind of a doubt in terms of the feature which we have spoken about in of the pro terminal and also which Mr. Devarsh sir have provided you the view of the market, please write on the question answer box. We will reply you back.
So depending upon the screen you are using, there should be a question mark on your screen. You can click on it and there will be a box open. You can type your question, we'll be able to answer it. So meanwhile, we'll wait for the question queue to assemble. Tarang, can you just highlight how somebody who doesn't have access to this pro terminal, they can enable the access?
Yeah, so basically, if anyone doesn't have access to Pro Terminal, they can basically either do a subscription charge of a Pro Terminal, or they can opt for derivative value plan. We have a derivative value plan of rupees 199 on an annual basis. You need to pay just rupees 199, so you will not only get an access to Pro Terminal, but also, if you are not having a brokerage of rupees 20 per order, you will also get that brokerage of rupees 20 per order in futures and options. So so this is a double benefit. So one can opt for rupees 199, and if only wants to go for a pro terminal, subscription charge is 2000 rupees. So I only advise is to opt for rupees 199 value plan, because in that not only you will get a pro terminal free access of pro terminal, which is worth of 2000 rupees subscription, but also you will get a brokerage of rupees 20 per order in derivatives, that is in futures and options.
Okay.
So
I think
are
we
there
can
any
close.
questions? If there are any questions, so please. Yeah, sir.
Yeah, if there are no questions, we can close the webinar.
Okay, okay. So thank you, Mr. Devarsh Vakil, for your output on derivatives for this week. And thank you all for joining in, and have a nice trading session. Thank you. Thank you all.